Now, in this question, I want to find the heat of formation of KCl, and a formation reaction, it means that this KCl is going to be a product. So I'm going to put over here that I got this KCl here as a product. So that means I'm going to put an arrow right here to show that this is on the right side right here. And what goes on the left side are going to be the reactants. And for a formation reaction, you want to have everything that makes up this product right here. And so that's going to be a K and a Cl. So I'm going to put a K here, and I'm going to put plus Cl here. Now, what you also want to do is you want to have these right here in their natural form. And Cl is diatomic, which means I want to have a 2 right here for diatomic. And Cl2 is also going to be a gas in its natural form. So I'm going to put a G right here for gas. Now, the K right here in its natural form is going to be a solid. So I'm going to put an S right here for solid. And the KCl here in its natural form is going to be a solid. And you have to have that for a formation reaction. And another thing that you got to have for a formation reaction is you want to make sure the reaction is balanced. And when you make sure these reactions are balanced for a formation reaction, you can only have one for the stoichiometry for the product over here. So if I'm going to have a 1 here for a formation reaction, it means over here I'm going to have a fraction because I have 2 Cl's on this side and I have 1 Cl on this side. So if I put a 1/2 here, if I do 1/2 times 2, I get 1 Cl here and I have 1 Cl here. So this is the heat of formation for the reaction that I want to find. And so what I need to do is I need to figure out a way to take these reactions, I'm going to put them over here and need to add up to get this overall reaction right here. And what I'm going to do first is I have KCl here and I have a KCl here. And this right here is going to be a reactant, and this right here is going to be a product. So what I can do is I can take this reaction here and I can flip it around so that the reactants become products and the products will become reactants. And what I can do is I take this sign right here and I'm going to flip it from being a positive to being a negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down that I got KCl as a solid, and that's going to be the product, and the reactants are going to be these right in here. So I'm going to put down that I got a K plus here, and that's going to be a gas. And then I'm going to do also this Cl here as a gas, and there's a negative charge up there. And so this right here is now the product, and this right here is a product. So this basically matches up. And so because I flip this around, this will go from a positive 717 to being a negative 717. And what I need to do now is I need to get rid of this Cl minus here because I don't have a Cl minus down here. I have a Cl2 right here and a 1/2 Cl2. So I got to find a way to get rid of this right in here. And so the way I'm going to do that is if I look up here at this reaction, I can see that I got a Cl minus as a product and I have a Cl minus right here as a reactant. So if I take this reaction here and just copy it over here, this Cl minus here as a product will cancel out with that Cl minus because atoms that are on the opposite side will cancel out, and if they're on the same side, they're going to add up. So I'm going to take this Cl as a gas here, and I'm going to have plus an electron in here, and then as a product, I'm going to have the Cl minus right there, and that's going to be as a gas. And I didn't change anything about that reaction, so I'm going to have negative 349 right there. And now what will happen is this Cl minus there will cancel out with that Cl minus there. And now I have a new problem though. I have a Cl as a gas there, and it's not Cl2, so it does not match this right here that I want. So if I try to add these reactions up, this Cl would actually carry it down there, and that's not what I want. I want to get this to cancel out just the way I got this to cancel out. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up here and see that I got a Cl as a product, so I need 1 Cl as a product over here. Now, this right here is 2 Cl's, and this is 1 Cl, so what I can do is I can take this reaction, copy it over, but whenever I do that, I want to divide everything by 2. That way, I'll have 1 Cl here that will cancel out this 1 Cl there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide everything by 2, so I'm going to have 1/2 Cl2 gas for this, and then the product side I'm going to have 2 divided by 2, so I'll have just 1 Cl right here as a gas there. Now I divided this reaction here by 2, so I also have to divide this right here by 2. So if I divide 244 divided by 2, I'm going to get a 122. So that's going to be my new number for right here. And now what I'm going to do is this Cl right there gas and that Cl right there gas will cancel out. And now if I go to add these reactions up, I'll have this right here will carry down and get this right here, which is exactly what I need. And so now what I need to do is I need to focus on this K plus right here, because I don't want to have K plus, I want to have K right here as a solid, not this gas right here also. And so what I'm going to do is I need to get a K plus gas as a product side to cancel out with this right here. And so what I can do is I'll go and look up here and see that I got a K as a gas right here, and I have a K plus as a gas right here. And so what I can do is take this right here and copy it over here, so that way this will cancel out with this right here. So I'm going to have K as a gas here, and that's going to make K plus as a gas there, and I also get an electron over here. Now I didn't do anything to this reaction, so this 418 will just carry over here, and I'll get 418 for that reaction. And now what I can do is this K plus there will cancel out with that K plus there, and now I got K with no charge right there, and I got K with no charge right there. But the difference is this one is a gas, this one is a solid, so this is not the K that I want. I have to find a way to cancel out this K here. And so what I can do is I can go up here and see that I got K as a gas as a product there. I can copy that over here, and then this K as a gas will cancel out with this K as a gas, and I'll have this K as a solid will match this K right here as a solid. So what I can do is I'm just going to transfer this over, K as a solid there, and that's going to make K right here as a gas there. And because I didn't touch that reaction, this will still be 89 there. And so now what I can do is I can cancel out this K as a gas there and that K with the gas there. I have an electron there, an electron there. So everything on the left side that I don't want cancels out with everything on the right side that I don't want. And I have this right here, K as a solid, matches K as a solid there. And then I have this 1/2 Cl2 as a gas there, and I have 1/2 Cl2 as a gas there, and then this KCl as a solid there matches KCl as a solid there. So if I go try to add up all of these different delta H's for these different reactions here, I'll get the delta H of this reaction here. And when I go to add all these numbers up, I'm going to get negative 437. And this right here will be the answer in kilojoules. So this right here is going to be the answer.